G'day fellow AI enthusiasts. I'm back again with another video number 2. I'll probably stop naming these at some point, or numbering I should say. So this one is an old project that I started about 8 months ago and shelved it because I got stuck. Um, I've labelled it Jarvis, but don't laugh. I mean, everyone labels their stuff Jarvis because they want to be, want it to be the Ironman assistant. Um, so basically, back when I started this, it was a AI assistant. It was basically you could wake on word, you could prompt it in a CLI, and it would talk back to you and give you weather, and it'd open up web pages and whatnot. But I got stuck with local language model. I didn't really want to go and pay out. Excuse me, a lot of money for those leading frontier models, because they do add up quickly especially when you're playing with the stuff, and your token count does increase quite quickly. So I was running into context issues. My KV cache was just getting out of hand on my smaller hardware. I mean, I was running on a Mac Mini M4 with 24 gig of RAM, and to have it reason really well, you had to run the 14 billion model. 7 was okay, but it sort of got a little bit lost, and I wasn't experienced enough to sort of fine tune it the best way it could run. So I shelved it. I've come back to it now because I've been playing around with one called Hermes, and which is really cool. If you haven't seen that one, go out and have a look. It's the Hermes AI assistant. Just to Google search that, you'll find it pretty quick. It's on a Git repo, so you just download it, play with that. And it runs really well on a 7 billion parameter model. Little caveat here: models have got slightly better over that 6 to 8 months. I was using Gemma 4 now, Gemma 4 7B, and the response was really good. I was actually getting some really good information back from the model. Wasn't hallucinating, wasn't getting lost. It was keeping track of it. And a couple of things I found in there that pricked up the old ears was that it would learn. How am I going to describe this? It would create a skill file, like a .md skill file that it could actually revert back to, and in inverted commas, self-learn, so to speak. So that I've gone and had a look at in the Python module, Python scripts, and nutted that out, and which is cool. And then secondly was obviously, like, come back to the context issue. Now these guys have they've got a context compressor they've worked out, which is really cool, and I'm going to borrow some of the parts of that because I like it. And this is where I was getting stuck before. So what it does, as the context builds in your conversation, it'll actually take a stage where it'll actually compress that back to a smaller state, so you can keep talking. So you get a longer window to talk on a specific subject, which is really cool. So I'm going to launch this again, and I've called it Jarvis 3.0. Don't laugh, because it's what I first started with, so I might as well flow it on. And I'm going to port it across to Windows. I've got some kit coming for my server. I've gone down the road of actually purchasing a new motherboard with dual GPU ports, and I've also got hold of a 24 gig Intel Arc B60 under $1,000 Australian, which I reckon is pretty cool. Yes, I could have waited for the 70 to be released and get that, but I thought, well, I've got a B580 12 gigs, so I'm going to pair them up, and I'm going to write some bit of custom code to utilize both of those using Llama CPP, which you can do. So in saying that, I'll go ahead and play around and build this over the next few weeks, months, amongst other things. I've also went out and purchased an ESP32, so I want this to be accessible in my lounge room. So if I'm sitting on the couch being a lazy slug, I can say, hey Jarvis, can you bookmark this, or can you scrape this site and throw it onto my TV, or put a calendar reminder in my Google Calendar, I don't know, stuff like that. So originally I actually had this talking to the telly, so you could actually turn the TV on, turn it off. I've yet to actually get it to do anything further, but that's just because I just shelved it. So I'm hoping to get a few things done like that in regards to make home automation cool. Yeah, so like I said, I've ordered the ESP32. That should be here in a little while. And I'm going to keep playing with this Jarvis 3.0 to see if I can get it to work the way I want it to. So, like I said, there's 70 plus pre-built skills in Hermes. So I've sort of, it was doing a bit of scan when I found them. So I've just basically gone through and had a look at what they've got there, pulled a few apart. There's not actually going to be 70, but pulled apart a few of them to sort of see what it can do. But anyway, if you're interested, drop a note in the comments below. Happy to talk. Happy to, like I said, I don't know everything, and I don't admit to know everything. I'm just having a bit of a play and working out this cool stuff we know as the local language models, and having a bit of fun on the way. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you soon.